Hey everybody, welcome into Farm Cooking with Ann. Today we are going to just be making some baked spaghetti. And this has a little twist to it. So I hope you follow along with me, okay, as we make it. We're going to start out with about 3 pots going on here, okay? Let's see if I can get it to where you can see. I've got my water back here boiling a little bit, just starting to boil. And I'm going to put just a couple of pinches of salt in that water. And I'm going to put some, this is just, I'm using what I've got, okay? I still can't get off my hill. My driveway is a solid sheet of ice. And I'm not going to use the whole, let's see here, this is 1 pound or 16 ounces. I'm not going to use the whole thing that I think of. I don't think I'm going to. But I'm going to use about 3/4. Ouch, stuck my finger right down in that boiling water. I'll just go ahead. I'll go ahead and put the whole thing in there to start cooking. Now I'm going to put 1 pound of our hamburger meat in there, and we're going to be doing a few weirdo things. I'm going to turn this on, and we're going to get this hamburger meat going. Let me get my little, I don't like to use that. Hang on a minute. We're going to get this going, and we will be right back to put some other things in here and get our seasoning going. And we'll be right back. We've got our noodles that have went down into our pot there. Now I'm going to put one, this is like about a medium onion. That's what I had. I'm using what I've got. So I'm going to put this in with my hamburger meat. Chop that up real good. We're going to fry this up and get those onions just translucent, and are going to get our meat done, okay? We've got our onions and our hamburger meat. The onions are translucent, and I'm going to put in 1 jar. This is just chunky garden combination. This is ragu. You use whatever brand you want to. I'm going to put just a little bit of water. You know, I got up this morning, no water. Oh, Lord, you should have heard me when I flushed the potty. It sounded like somebody was blowing up my commode for sure. Thought it was pretty funny myself. But, oh, Lordy. Finally, we got some water going. I think they had a leak down the road. Okay. I'm going to let this simmer just a little bit while I start on something else here. Now, I've got my noodles back there. Just going to stir them a little bit. These are a thick noodle. That's just what I had in the pantry. And just using what I had. Okay? And that was 1 pound of noodles. Okay, now that's a noodle in my skillet here. I'm going to do some alfredo, okay? Just going to make some homemade. Don't have any I'm gonna put that down on about medium low and heat up my skillet. And I'm going to grab some, I'm sorry, hang on a minute. I'm gonna put some butter. Had to reach over top of that. I'm gonna put about 3 tablespoons of butter in here. Now listen, if you want to just buy you a jar of Alfredo, you sure can, okay? You sure can. I'm just gonna melt that butter. Our meat's done. I'm gonna add some Italian seasoning. 1 teaspoon of Italian seasoning. Well, a little bit, a heaping teaspoon of Italian seasoning. Then I'll put some garlic. I'll put a heaping teaspoon of garlic powder. You know, I say to season in layers. You know, I mean, you don't want to, as you're cooking, just like this thing has about 3 parts to it, 3 or 4 parts to it. So what we do is we season our meat, and then the next thing that we cook, we will season it. So let me put this on high and get my butter melted. We don't want it to burn, for sure. We don't want it. Now I'm just gonna cut this off, move it back to the back, and we're gonna cook it a minute here. I'm gonna put in about, let's see, about a cup of heavy whipping cream. And we're not gonna let this burn, okay? We need to make sure that our cream and our butter just comes up and melts and gets good and warm. You know, every time I make Alfredo, you always use Parmesan cheese. Now I'm going to turn this down to about medium low. Let's see. We'll put it on medium low. We don't want that to get too hot. Hang on a minute. Turn it down just a little bit and let that cool down. I'm not used to using this eye. I hardly ever use that eye. I'm going to turn it off a minute. And then I'm going to add some minced garlic. If you have real garlic, well, here I am turning off the wrong one. That's the problem. I was using the wrong eye. There it went. I kept thinking it's not cooling down. Lord Jungans, I told you, I usually use one side of the stove. Okay. I'm going to put I'm going to put about 2 tablespoons of minced garlic. I'm going to put in about 4 ounces of cream cheese. I normally use Parmesan cheese, and I will use a little bit of shredded I want to melt this on low. This is just drives me crazy because I can't control this crazy side of my stove. Ain't it something we get used to something? And let me grab a little towel and wipe this up or something. I don't want that. I think my noodles are about done. Make sure I get the right eye to turn off. I have people say, Nan, why do y'all call it an eye? That's what it's been called. Must just be a southern thing, because I have always called it an eye. My mother did get it on the eye of the stove. Might add just a little bit more heavy cream. Tom's sitting over there in the window watching the birds. Those red birds have really been so, they just come and played at that feeder, and it's right out from the window. Oh, mercy. Make sure we get all that cream cheese melted there. Like I said, I might just add some more heavy whipping cream. Let me grab it. Not much, just a tad. About a quarter of a cup. And in a few minutes, we're going to put this all together. I'm not going to bake it right now. I'm just going to set it in the refrigerator and wait till Pop comes home this afternoon to pop it in the oven. This is a good dish if you want to do it the night before. Put it in your stove, and in your refrigerator, and you want to put it in your, looky there, put it in your refrigerator, and just wait till the next day. Say you've got something going on, you want to feed a bunch the next day. Okay, now I'm going to put some salt and some pepper and some seasoning in this. I'm going to put here, Tom. You can't get them, Tom. You can't get them birds. No. Okay, I'm going to put about a half teaspoon each of salt and pepper. And I'm going to put a little bit of garlic powder in this to give it, like I said, season in layers. About half teaspoon of garlic powder. And I'm going to put some Italian seasoning in this too. You don't have to. I'm only doing it because of the dish that I'm putting it in. That was about a level. You hear Tom? Let me go see if he wants to go outside. Downstairs. Let's pour our noodles into the strainer. Strainer, and let them sit there. And for a minute. Okay, I put my Italian seasoning, my garlic, and I don't have any shredded Parmesan cheese. So, I've taught y'all, you just have to improvise. Let me get my cheese opened up here. I've got some mozzarella and provolone. I'm just going to put some of that in here, just a little bit. We're just going to let that melt. Let it melt a little bit. We've got that cream cheese in there that's going to make that nice and creamy. If you're just making this at home, get you some Parmesan. I don't normally use the shaker type, but I'm going to, because you know what? That's what I've got. Let me take the seal off of it. It's a new jar, but I try my best to have the things that I need to cook with. But when you're iced in, you can't run to the store, nor can you put what is this? This is Parmesan and Romano, R-O-M-A-N-O cheese. I'll get it in a minute. I'm gonna put a little bit of that. Now, we're gonna be ready as soon as this melts to layer up our baked spaghetti. I'm just going to turn that off and let it stay on that warm eye right there, and we're going to move. We got our dish here. Like I said, I'm making this up so that I can put it in the refrigerator and pop it in to bake when Pop comes home. Okay, that's when it's best, right out of the oven. So, got my baking dish right here, and I've got everything over here, so don't pay any attention to this mess. It's where I've been cooking at the stove. That was 1 pound. I end up putting the rest of it in there. 1 pound of noodles. There we go. Then I'm going to pour all of my Alfredo over the hot noodles. Now, like I said, where I used the mozzarella provolone thing, get you some Parmesan. If I could have got to the store, that's what I would have done. Let's see. We're gonna just toss these noodles. Coat them a little bit with that. And listen, you can use a you can definitely use a jar Alfredo. Now, then I'm going to take my meat mixture. Well, I put that in that pan, but I'm going to need this too. The meat mixture. Ooh, that's hot. Put it right over top of this. That Tom's he's in a real mood today. He wanted to go to the basement. It's cooler down there. And so I let him down there, and now he's scratching my door. Let me go and let him up. Let's spread this meat mixture over our Alfredo noodles. Now, you can put some aluminum foil over this and save it in your refrigerator and bake it the next day if you want to. I'm not going to. I'm just going to do mine this afternoon. Now, I'm going to take this mozzarella and provolone and put this all over the top. Probably a couple of cups is what I've used. Probably about a cup. Half a cup of this in the Alfredo, and then a couple of cups on top. Okay. Then I'm going to take, found just a little bit left of regular Parmesan cheese. And I'm going to shake that all over the top. There's not much left, and I will put that on top. And like I said, I'm going to put some, I got it all over me, youngins, but I'm going to put some aluminum foil on this, and I'm going to put it in the oven, 350, for about 40 minutes when I'm ready to bake it, okay? So that'll give me time to get everything cleaned up and straightened up before time for me to pop it in the oven. We'll see you back, okay? Just got out of the oven, baked it 40 minutes at 350, and I've got the plates here, but I've got bread in the oven, so I'm gonna tell you, this stuff is delicious. I'm not gonna taste it because I don't wanna get burned up, and Pop and I are getting ready to, as soon as this bread comes out of the, oh, burnt my arm. My hand, I mean. As soon as this stuff comes out of the oven, the bread comes out of the oven, we're going to have the one meal that we missed lunch today. So we're going to have our one meal a few minutes early. So I hope y'all get a chance to make this. It is delicious. It is different. Who would have ever thought that marinara sauce would go great with alfredo? But it does. It is delicious. If you get a chance to make this, you got some people coming over. It's just so very good. And like I said, I'm not going to dig down in there and get a taste. Maybe I will. Maybe just in the corner. See the steam coming off that? If you don't want to make your own alfredo, just buy you a jar. I mean, I don't have any or anything like that, and it's so simple to make alfredo. So you can make your own, or if you say, well, Nan, I just don't want to do that, just get you, I think that R-A-O, is it R-A-O is the brand? Rayo, I think it's Rayo is the brand that I think everybody thinks is pretty good. Delicious. I hope y'all get a chance to make yourself some. I just want to thank you all for watching with me. I want to thank you for sharing the videos, because that gets it out to other people that may never even know that I do videos. I really appreciate you sharing the videos. And I just want to thank you. And I want y'all to know how much that I love you and how much the good Lord loves you. Don't ever forget that, no matter what's going on in your life. Don't ever forget. Sometimes chaos can be upside down. Poor little Bella come in today. She had to got up and her car wouldn't start. And this cold weather, you know, needed a new battery. So, you know, things like that come up. But we just have to put our trust in the Lord, put one foot in front of the other, and go get a battery or whatever that we need. And the good Lord will take care of us, won't he? He always seems to take care of us. Well, I'm going to go, and I will see y'all next time. Again, thank you so much for sharing my videos. Thank you for watching and liking them. I really, really appreciate that. I will see you next time, Lord willing, okay? Bye-bye.